Okay, hello. Welcome back to Karen's BookTube channel. We're going to give an update on The Trouble with Goats and Sheep by, who was it by?
Joanna Cannon.
Joanna Cannon, which was your book club book from many weeks ago. But we've only just got around to the update now. So tell us, how many people are in your
There
book
must be 7 or 8 in total. We are female. It's not deliberately, it just happens to be the people who come along. We're a group of people who met, myself and a colleague who know people who worked at a local school. A lot of those are now retired, envy factor high, and the rest of us just go along. We just chat about books in general. We pick one book every 6 to 8 weeks.
And so who normally picks the book then? Do you take turns?
Any one of us. We take turns. I as yet haven't suggested one. I have got something in mind for the next meeting, but I'm not going to reveal that.
Not another naughty one?
It might be.
I heard the one before this was very rude book.
It was, yes. It was just called Cows by somebody O. Porter. And if you've read it, you'll understand why I'm smirking. If you haven't, just read what happens on an underground train.
Very rude. So you guys, you'd read this author's, one of her other books, hadn't
yes,
you?
We
The
had.
Trouble with Goats and Sheep. You'd read one of her other books.
We had, yes, which was called Three Things About Elsie.
Okay, and what did you guys think of that one then in your group?
We liked it. I personally, I love the cover. You might remember I really like colourful covers. It's like a Battenberg cake. It's pink and yellow in checkers. It's really pretty and it feels really nice as well. And that was a really interesting read, set in an old people's home. Ladies fallen on the... Ignore that snigger off.
Is that a reflection of the...
That is not the general age range of the book club. Now I'm going to set them on you. So, that one was a really interesting read. We really enjoyed it. A very easy read, a very quick read. Elsie, Flo, is lying on the floor. She's had a fall and she's thinking back over her life and waiting for someone to come and rescue her. And you find out all sorts of interesting things. It's good. I was frustrated because to me you didn't actually get told what happened. You had to infer it. And I like a book where all the ends are neatly tied up and delivered to you. But then the reader has to make an effort sometimes. So I don't mean any disrespect to the author. It just wasn't my particular cup of tea.
So when she's on the floor, does she actually get rescued in the end?
Yes, she does.
By who?
Paramedics, because she's a resident in the old people's home.
Handsome man in uniform. There. Is that your group all wishing that you'd ever fall in a handsome man in uniform?
I couldn't possibly comment, but maybe. Yes, I live in hopes.
So that's nice. So you actually went out for a meal this time anyway,
yes.
After you read The Trouble with Goats and Sheep. Oh yeah, and your friend, she'd read the wrong book, hadn't she?
That's usually me, that I can't remember the book or I don't remember the title or what have you. She'd picked a different book by a totally different author that also had the word goat or sheep in the title.
Oh, dear.
So I'm not quite sure what she read.
Do you know what she should have done? Foolproof method. She should have dressed up like the front cover like you. Then she would have remembered. That's
true.
If she got in a goat costume, she would have remembered for sure.
You would tend to remember that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's an image you just want to erase from your retinas right now.
It's right behind you, you dressed in the goat costume.
Yes, I'm trying my very best to pretend I haven't noticed.
So what did everybody think of The Trouble with Sheep and Goats and Sheep? I keep wanting to say sheep and goats. I don't know why goats and sheep.
A lot of people liked it. I think they found it a little bit frustrating that, again, the ending wasn't neatly tied up. And I think we all like the humour. There are some very, very sharp one-liners, and if I could remember one, I'd quote it for you, but I can't. If you've read it, you'll know what I mean. There's some really good humour. The two people who tell the story are two young people this time, and they're investigating a mystery, the mystery disappearance of one of their neighbours. It's set in the long, hot summer of 1976. So that really grabbed my imagination because I am young enough to remember it, but not that well. And I remember just how hot it was. And I liked and enjoyed revisiting all the old 70s food. Jammy Dodgers, Angel Delight, butterscotch was the best. And all that kind of thing was brilliant. Standpipes in the streets. I didn't enjoy the story as much, even though I like the people telling it. It's just not my kind of thing. But don't be put off. If you haven't read it, A lot of people love it. It's one of those series of books, I think they call it uplit, where things like kindness and compassion are what's highlighted.
Uplit, like chick lit, and they have lots of
so.
lits these days.
There is, it's lit everywhere, basically. But that's what I've heard it called, and it's a bit like, there's another book called The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry, and it's a bit like the naivety and the innocence of that character who goes off on a long walk just because he wants to. And these two girls have been told that God is everywhere, so they're doing an investigation. Where is God? And they have some really funny one-liners about people only being interested in God when there's food involved, which really made me laugh. Overall, if I was going to rate it, I haven't rated any of the other books that I've read for this channel, but I think if I was going to, 3.5 out of 5, because it's good. I can appreciate that it's nicely written, it's enjoyable, there's a lot of humour, there's a lot of colour, but ultimately it's not my personal taste in reading.
Good stuff.
Sorry.
And so what are you guys going to read next then? What's your next book?
We are reading 16 Trees on the Somme.
Okay, who's that by?
I can't remember.
We'll look it up and it'll be in the description down below.
It will be.
Okay, so that'll be a nice one. So when's your next book club meeting then?
It's round about 4 weeks' time.
4 weeks' time?
Yes.
Wow, so you've given yourselves quite a long time.
Yeah.
So
you usually allow about 6 weeks.
Lots of time for everybody to forget which book it is they're meant to be reading again.
Well, we were having a long chat on Instagram today because somebody thought it was the 13th tree on the Somme.
Hang on a minute, what do you mean a long chat on Instagram?
Well, Snapchat, that thing. WhatsApp, that's...
I was going to say, I don't think you have a chat on Instagram.
Oh, cut that bit out.
You're just making it up. You're just throwing out names of social media apps to pretend.
I've got WhatsApp.
Pretend you're down with the kids.
I'm about as down with the kids as my back will allow. We're going to cut all this out so no one's ever going to see it, so it doesn't matter.
Are we?
We are.
Excellent. Okay, well that's good. So thank you for the update on the book.
Quite all right.
And thank you for dressing up as a goat.
It was my absolute pleasure.
And we will see you guys next time. So the next video we are going to do our little jar challenge,
Yep.
where we're going to pick out, we've decided to do genres because we thought that'd be quite interesting, and both me and Karen will read the book that we pick. So we're going to pick out a genre from the jar per month. So we're going to have 10 because we're going to start in March.
Yeah.
And we're going to have 10 different genres that we wouldn't necessarily read. So again, if you guys have any suggestions of genres you think we might not read, I thought of a couple. Give us a suggestion down below. But yeah, we'll pick out 10 genres and then we'll have some adventures, go and find books that will fit into that genre each month to read, and then we will hopefully read some different things that we might not otherwise read.
Yep, it's worth a go.
Awesome. Okay then.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.